Hello, magic makers, and welcome to August, just like that. As the summer is heating up, we are entering into August. This is a bit of an energy update, a little numerology, astrology, things to watch out for, things to pay attention to, how to optimize your energy. And in the end, I will pull an oracle card to give us an overall vibe of what you can expect. So take a deep breath and hold on to your hats, because August is going to be a very interesting month, as they all are. But just please remember, everything is amping up and it's going to continue to amp up. It's a time of great change. So it is the eighth month, it's the 8th month of the year. And let's talk about the number 8 first, which it brings us that, infinity of possibilities. It brings in account a lot of the karma you're working through. It's about power, energy, healing. Your breath is going to be your greatest asset. Take deep breaths, stay centered, stay present as you move through this energy, and it amplifies abundance. So that is something we want to pay close attention to. It is, however, a 7 universal month. 7 is one of my favorite numerological numbers because it's really about higher consciousness. 7 goes straight across heaven and drips the sweet nectar right down through your precious body and into the earth. And so it becomes a number of spiritual awakening, of higher consciousness. It's an amazing time to amplify your intuition. And of course, you have to listen to it if you're going to amplify it. It's about gathering knowledge. It can also very much be about solitude, pulling inward focus, like to access the truth of your inner wisdom, your deepest knowing. You have to be really present in your inner plane. So it heaven and drops it straight down through the inner plane. You are the delivery system to the earth. But you have to get really quiet and really focused and inwards. And that is going to serve you well this month because it's going to be a very chaotic month. It's the pulse of the planet right now. Let's remember it's the fall of the old. This is the age of Aquarius. We're entering the golden age. We're entering Aquarius, moving into Pluto in just a couple months. And really, the systems have to fall, and the fall of any old system is going to be a bit chaotic. It has to be. It's so that we can create the new, and that is what you said yes to, my friends, and that is exactly why you are here. So chaos is the catalyst of change. It isn't going to stop anytime soon. So I don't want to say get used to it, but kind of get used to it, or learn how to go with the flow without attaching to it. It's a month to unwind. It's a month to heal. Please heed this warning to go to your inner plane. Do not attach to the noise and the chaos that is outside of you, and you'll sail through it beautifully. You're supported by the number 7. It brings that number 7 brings your God, goddess energy forth. Trust your intuition. Slow everything down and do not succumb to the amplification of the noise, and it will get louder. I promise you. But that's okay. You are made for this. So, especially with the astrology that's before us. So let's break that down a little bit. So, all on the same day, holy wow, on August the 4th, we move into our favorite Mercury retrograde season begins. And on that same day, Venus, it's going to be Mercury retrograde in Virgo, and Venus is going to move into Virgo as well. And it's a Leo new moon. So you get all 3 of these things happening at the same time. So you know how to move through Mercury retrograde. Expect the inevitable, that there'll be delays in your travel, communication, things might go a little awry, things won't probably unfold as you expect them. We know this is what Mercury does. It also brings back those old haunts, those old unresolved, perhaps relationships, old lovers, people that you haven't had completion with, that sort of thing. They pop up, and that's simply what happens in Mercury retrograde. It's also a profound time to heal those old wounds. And so how to move through it, you slow down, you expect the inevitable, and you know, not to create it, but to be like, okay, this is my plan, and we'll see what unfolds. And then amplify your self-care. Utilize the number of the 7 to come inward. What's beautiful is that Venus is moving into, she's the ruler of beauty, of love, of money, really tying into that abundance that the 8 brings us as well. And she moves into healing Virgo. So Mercury's in Virgo and Venus is in Virgo. So have a little bit more of that amplification of love, of gentleness, of beauty, being able to heal those past haunts when they come knocking at your door, so you'll know what to do. And then the new moon is in Leo. New moon is always about the fresh new energy. It's the start of the lunar cycle. So again, it pairs well with that intention of completing that which is behind you and starting fresh and new. You can also really move into some of those Leo attributes. Like think of, could you just relax more and curl up in the, you know, the gaze of the sun, and let your inner kitten kind of come out a little bit. And really take the heat of the summer and the amplification of the Leo energy and the contrast to the void moon, and get really clear about, you know, how do you want to rise up and out in this new frequency? How do you want to come back out and shine your light? Use the inner gaze, the inner time that's being summoned through the numerology codes and the astrology codes of this month to really pull it in, come into a greater state so that you can emerge new and shine your greatest light from a soul perspective, not the egoic self. So slow down, nurture your soul, turn inward, slow your roll, and let this transit carry you through. On August the 8th, 8/8, we have the Lion's Gate portal. That is a traditional amplification. It amplifies abundance. It turns up the portal of the infinity of possibility, remembering what the 8 brings us. It brings us abundance. It brings the clearing of karma. It brings amplification of infinite possibilities. So even though we have Mercury retrograde working in reverse, we also have this amplification of the 8/8 Lion's Gate. So set your intentions and allow that energy to bestow great wisdom upon you, but get into your inner plane to listen deeply to the inner wisdom and the inner knowledge of what it is that is pulling you forth. It is not a mechanism of the mind. It is an expression of soul wisdom that you find deep in the embodiment, deep in the body, but you must be embodied to get the senses, to understand the intuitive gnosis and knowing. I just created a really beautiful meditation for my monthly membership portal. Head over there if you want to check it out. So She-Powered Portal at lisamccardle.com. If you'd like to become a member, I'd love to welcome you in. You get meditations each month. Go check them out. I'll put a link below. And that one is all about how to be in the body and how to make active decisions from an higher intuitive state of grace. So then we enjoy Mercury retrograde moving. It's going to move from Virgo into Leo. And that's just going to amplify a little bit. It gets a little louder. It's okay. You might have missed messages, greater amplification of a little bit of the chaos, but you know what to do. Be gentle with yourself and be gentle with others, right? Watch when you're quick to rage or frustration. Just be gentle. Everyone's going through a lot. On August the 19th, you'll have the full moon in Aquarius. And you might notice that things really start to turn up and amplify in the political scene. Now, I know, we're like, how could it get any louder? But trust me, it will, and it is. And it's your opportunity to observe without attaching. There's a lot of divisiveness moving through the collective, and that is by a plan. It is by intention that I cannot say is divine. You are being worked as human beings. It is true. It does not matter what side of the aisle you stand on. You are a human being here to express light, to know light, to to amplify love. And if you are willing to be that in the commitment that you have from a soul agreement, then your opportunity is to cease to attach to the divisiveness of this planet right now that is only serving to amplify hate, division, and pain. It's time to get really clear in the 7 energy. Do you want to be a part of that? Or can you move into the space of observation and see that it is all a distorted lens? It does not matter which side you are on. So take a breath. Are your actions, are your words, are your intentions, are your deeds in the full expression of love that is unconditional? Only you can answer that. So this full moon in Aquarius is going to give you an opportunity to look at exactly that. Are you operating from fear or ideology? Are you operating from the lens of love? Aquarius is the change maker. It is here to distort the lens because change must occur. And stay in your lane, lead with love, and witness the unfolding of a dimension collapsing before you and all of the systems that were created within it. That's what you said yes to, my friends. So then you'll be greeted with 2 asteroids coming into your sphere. How exciting. On August 24th, Vesta, the asteroid of spirituality, enters Virgo, matching that 7 energy that's coming about really optimizing your spiritual awareness and amplification. It's time to connect to your true essence. That's what this asteroid inspires. And then on the 26th, Ceres, it's Ceres, I believe. I'm not sure the pronunciation. It's the asteroid of nurturance. It's been retrograde and it goes direct in Capricorn. So this is like a really direct energy. It doesn't mess around. It's time to get going. And it's about this nurturance of change and of ascension, really. So you're supported in so many ways. On August the 26th, Mercury goes direct. It leaves its retrograde. So by the 26th of August, we can get things moving again and things working in harmony and order. It's just a 3-week process. Now remember, there is the shadow, so it's 2 weeks on either side. You know, it likes to dance around for a bit, but it'll be going direct. And then on August the 29th, Venus enters its home sign of Libra, which is all about relationship, and it really brings that kind of that softening after a very chaotic month and after the retrograde and all the things. It's kind of time to bring in that Leo energy and like lick the wounds a little bit and make nice, and it'll bless you with a hearty dose of love into all your relationships. So the card that I drew for this month is the number 30. The 3 brings the Holy Sacred, the Trinity, the Holy Sacred Trine, the body, the mind, the spirit, all unified as one. Father, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, the feminine expression of Christ, of God. I love the number 3. You know, it's all about that connection, that unity, that structure that all is built upon, right? And the 0 I see is infinite grace of God, Goddess, Creator, that always pulls it forth. So you're being really supported. This card says the perfection of your life. And so if you see, it's the world really glowing in an amplification and like new trees, light, growth, growing upon it, really bringing in this new earth, this new awareness. But first, the chaos, the destruction of the old is inevitable. You know, when the caterpillar goes into the chrysalis, it goes in there and it dies, and everything gets reorganized, and it's painful and it's arduous, and the only expression it's ever known is destroyed and uncreated so that something new can emerge. Welcome to dimension shifting, my friends. It's what we're doing. It's arduous, it's painful, it's personal, and it's global. Attach to nothing, allow for everything. Please, please, please find your lens of love, find your lens of acceptance. Stop being a catalyst to the divisiveness that is before us. It is a program that is working through you, and if you are partaking in it, then you've succumbed. You are stronger than that. Let love be your guide. Find the space where you can connect, even with that which you perceive to hate the most. That is the path of the master. And you are here as a soul on this planet right now to embody mastery of evolution, of soul, and of expression. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be intense. You are made for this. I'm sending love to your light. May you be blessed in all the ways, and enjoy your ride through